Good evening. I'm Bob Cargill, and I feel it would be inappropriate to continue doing video commentary about the archaeology of ancient Israel and the Holy Land without addressing the terrible events that took place in Israel over this October 7th, 2023 weekend that presently affects so many of my dear Israeli and Palestinian colleagues. The brutal attacks orchestrated against the State of Israel over the weekend by the Hamas terrorist organization were both premeditated and highly coordinated assaults, not only against Israel, but were especially insidious because they unambiguously targeted Israeli civilians in the hopes of murdering and kidnapping innocent non-combatants. Any claim this coordinated terrorist action was somehow justifiable or that it in any way helps the cause of Palestine and the Palestinian people should be immediately dismissed. This kind of gruesome assault on Jewish civilians only hurts the Palestinian cause, as it equates the most gruesome acts of violence and savagery, the kinds of terrorist acts that we associate with ISIS and al-Shabaab, with the Palestinian cause. Indeed, most Palestinians do not support this kind of vicious barbarism. It is for this reason that Palestinians in the West Bank fought a civil war against Hamas in Gaza in 2007. It is hard to understand what the Hamas terror organization hopes to gain with this brutal attack. Israel will most certainly retaliate in an overwhelming and catastrophic manner for Gaza. The Israeli government will not be any more likely to negotiate with any Palestinian delegation. Hamas has once again put its people in danger, using their own people as human shields to carry out terror against Israel. And once again, unfortunately, the Palestinian people will be the ones to pay a heavy price for Hamas's terrorist activities. But to claim that both sides are at fault for this premeditated attack, which took place on the 50th anniversary of the surprise attacks leading to the Yom Kippur War against Israel in 1973, is a false analogy, as it is possible to protest the Israeli government's policies without resorting to violence. This much has been demonstrated by months of peaceful protest by Israelis themselves, protesting their own government's policies. And yet, even these proud free speech advocates and dissenters heeded the call to defend their homeland when they faced the existential threat of yet another terrorist attack from Hamas. My heart goes out to all my colleagues in Israel and in the West Bank who have lost loved ones in this conflict. I am thinking of you daily, and especially about those of you with children in the military, who are now forced into active conflict in Gaza as part of the effort to stop the Hamas terrorist threat and to rescue those Jewish souls they have abducted. I wish you peace and healing while you mourn your terrible losses, and I shall continue to hope for the safe return of your family members. While I continue to advocate for a peaceful resolution to the Israel-Palestine conflict, today I stand with Israel and call on all peoples to denounce Hamas for what they clearly and demonstrably are, terrorists, and to support Israel in bringing this conflict to a speedy resolution. Remember, Hamas does not represent the global Palestinian people. I hope that Hamas fully understands that the human rights atrocities they have committed do not help the Palestinian cause. Attacking a nature festival, shooting up a music festival, taking women, children, and grandmothers as hostages back to Gaza, none of this makes the world look any more favorably upon the Palestinian cause, and provoking the wrath of Israel has never, ever led to good things for Hamas or Palestine. To all of my Israeli colleagues, and to all Jewish families who have lost loved ones, and who still have family members missing or in harm's way, I love you. I am thinking of you and your families. I stand with you in this terrible moment, and I am truly hoping for you everything the best.